Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of November 8th. Now Virgo, do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Virgo, I do not do personal readings, so if you get a DM from somebody, that is not me, that is someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. I also do daily content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment to let me know what you think. See what we have here for you, Virgo. All right, looking pretty good. Make sure everything is in view here, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Okay, I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, we have potentially you showing up here. This could be a Virgo sign, this could be any earth sign, but I do typically associate this with Virgo. Reason being, very analytical, sort of actually more of like an academic type of energy. And this could be any earth sign, but yeah, this kind of just felt like this was you. You also have this Queen of Pentacles, which could be you here as well showing up. But this Page of Pentacles, this is a really nice card. This is somebody coming forward, offering you a pentacle, offering you an opportunity in the material, okay? So this could come in the form of a new job. It could come in the form of a raise. It could come in the form of new contracts. If you are freelance or you're self-employed, can be associated with self-employment, but if you do something on your own or you have a little bit more of a flexible type of job, more contracts, more clients, if you're a real estate agent, more, clients, prospects, things like that. It could also be good news coming in, good news generally. It's a really nice card to find. And I think what's going on here, you have this paired with the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card and the World, which is an incredibly powerful sort of energy. I think what's going on here is there could be some sort of enlightening conversation that you have with somebody. Kind of just giving my opening thoughts here. You could have an enlightening conversation or offer that comes in and changes your perspective. Like, whoa, now I can plan for this, or I can do that, or I have to do this. And I think that it's going to be sort of chapter turning, if you will. And so let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So right away in the middle, you have the Judgment card. This middle card spills into the rest of the cards. And this Judgment card's powerful, okay? This is the last card before you get to the World. Now you have the World in the past, which is interesting. And so I feel like you've completed a cycle and now you're getting ready to complete another one. And it's almost like there have been like a series of chaotic, or when I say chaotic, I mean like a quick moving events that have happened in your life here. And I feel like there's been one cycle after the other being repeated. And this Judgment card is really offering you an opportunity to potentially self-evaluate and ask yourself what you need to get to the World, which another World card, even though you have one in the past, to see how you can complete the hero's journey or the fool's journey through the major arcana. It can also be a revelation, an awakening, an inner calling. I feel like some of you have an inner calling here towards a passion project, a side hustle, a skill, some sort of skill development that you're doing here. Let's see what else that might be. Now, in the past, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the World card. So this Seven of Pentacles here, this is somebody who is really taking a look at all of the pentacles they've grown, all of the things that they've planted now coming into full bloom and being ready to be harvested. So it's a really nice sign for long-term investments. If you are an investor, you've made investments in crypto, stock market, real estate, in a retirement account that's accrued over time. This is something that you've been in for some time now. Okay, you've been in this market for some time now. That's what the Seven of Pentacles is more likely to be. This could also be somebody who's like, you know what? They're looking forward and they're like, man, I have all this work ahead of me. And they're maybe asking themselves, is this what they want to be doing for the rest of their lives? or do they want to maybe make a change? Could be that a job that you're in is just, you're paying the bills, but it's just not fulfilling. You have this Knight of Swords, seizing the day, seizing the opportunity, chaotic events, quick moving events here. Something happening very quickly. This can even warn you of impulsivity, okay? And so just, I would say, be very careful about that, especially if you're in the markets speculating or anything. Obviously not financial advice, but research any sort of situation. I do see you doing that because you have that Queen of Pentacles. But lastly, you have this World card as well, which is, as I've stated a couple of times in this reading, the completion of a cycle. As one thing ends, though, another begins, and that's certainly the case. As I said, there's this very, by the way, the World card's an incredibly good card. You've reached the end of the hero's journey, and you're now given some sort of reward. And this is more about self-reflection as you've ended the cycle. The Judgment's like self-evaluation to see what you can do to get to the next level. But this World, it's almost like with this Knight of Swords, this World, and now the Judgment in the middle, it's like one cycle after the other is what I keep getting here. It's almost like this is not your first rodeo, is what I feel like saying. Like whatever it is that is kind of coming to a head here, it's like almost a level of deja vu coming in, is what I feel. Now, in your current situation, you have the Ace of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, one thing's ending here, okay? The Ten of Swords is ending. So is the World, though. And, it can be a challenge, one of the more challenging cards in the tarot. Many people feel it's the most challenging. But the way that I like to read the Ten of Swords is, something's ending, but it also provides you with an opportunity to release yourself from what is no longer serving you. I do feel like you're coming to this realization with the Judgment card in the middle, saying, you know what? Let me see what I can do to improve here. And I think that's kind of what's happening. You may have literally been dealt a blow here on something. And I don't think you're down and out. Like, I think despite what the meaning of the Ten of Swords may be, I feel like intuitively, as the candle flickers there, I feel like intuitively you're not out. You're not out of the game yet, Virgo. That's what I'm feeling. Now you have this Ace of Wands as well, which is personally my favorite card in the tarot. This is an incredibly positive card. Side hustles, passions, enterprise, any sort of business or enterprise started under the energy of the Ace of Wands is typically a good idea. It's typically quite successful. Obviously, timelines can change, things can happen, but the Ace of Wands is really telling you, like, listen up, like there's a new beginning coming in, and it's around a passion or a project or something that fires you up, gets you going. It can also be an invitation from the universe, especially as you have it with the Judgment card here. So something really nice coming in for you. In the future, you have this Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles here is somebody who makes practical, wise decisions, okay? They are sort of not going to spend lavishly. They're not going to blow all their money on things. They're going to save, and especially if they're researching, or especially if they're investing here, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, safe investments or very well researched. Like, if it's not an index fund or something safe, it's like something they have deliberated over and over and over. And that's what I see some of you doing. You have this Page of Swords. I feel like communication coming in between you and another, or you're just researching as well. And then lastly, you have this Ten of Pentacles, which is a harvest, okay? I have to point out here, we have these two tens, which tens are completions in the tarot because it's the end of the suit. And you have this World, which I've talked about. So this lower row is all about completions. This is the subconscious. The lower row is what you can't see, the hidden, the unknown, and the way that you talk to yourself. And so there's some material completion coming in, and it looks like it could be prosperous, but let's see what else we have here. Now, if you're enjoying this, please do hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Drop a comment to let me know what you think, and I appreciate you being here. Virgo, thank you for spending your time with me. Also, check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below. You can sign up for my email list. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you. So this card really wanted to come forward. Joan of Arc, voice of truth, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. All right, so I do see you communicating. This row here, it's the voice of truth. I mean, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Judgment, okay? The voice of truth could be coming to you through dreams, through messages on, movies or shows that you're watching. There's something coming through. And, I feel like it's perspective changing. You have the Shekinah, sacred self, unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life, and Hilarion, divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So I do feel like there's self-realization here. Okay, there's self-realization here coming in. And I almost see you at like the top of I see you at the peak of the mountain. You've summited in some ways here. And yeah, I feel like there's something here, obviously it's coming to an end, cycle completing, but yeah. So you have this romance card, which is interesting. I was not picking up anything romantic. Unlikely, yeah. Reconsider. And meditation brings answers. Yeah, I mean, I see you building awareness this week by potentially going within and, listening to the space, getting into the space in between the space, and really, it's that in-between space is what I see you getting into right now to find some sort of answer. And if you don't know what that is, you can observe your thoughts in quiet time and meditation. For some people, the best way to do that is to walk, is to go on walks. For some people, it's to look at a candle. For other people, it's just plain old meditation, sitting. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, so you have, wow, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the universe here, putting all the chips on the table, doubling down on its initial meaning, not joking around. Seven of Pentacles clarifying itself, Knight of Swords clarifying itself. Okay, there is a surety, or is that a word? Assurance? Certainty. Certainty about an investment, or certainty about a change that's coming forward here in some way. Okay, so like you are like, look, you can see this person's tired. Okay, they're like looking at the harvest. The pentacles have bloomed. They're there. They have some sort of investment that's paid off. But they're also like, man, do I really want to struggle doing this? And I feel like some of you are really evaluating that right now and deciding like how you want to spend the next chapter. This is chapter turning is what's going on here. The Knight of Swords, it could happen quickly. You're seizing the opportunity. There could be an opportunity that comes in. You'll want to pay attention because there might be an opportunity that comes in here. The World and the Nine of Pentacles, again, this harvest here now blooming, not only with pentacles, but also with fruit, providing sustainability for this person. Okay, they don't need anybody on the Nine of Pentacles. They have everything they need to be an independent person. It's financial independence. And for me, that's one of the best forms of abundance, if not the best form of abundance that you can get, because who doesn't like to have their own thing going? And that's kind of what's going on here with the World. So you have this Two of Swords. You have the World coming in again, yeah. And the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, what have I said here? Deja vu. Cycle being completed and another cycle coming through and being completed again. Cycle after cycle. Not your first rodeo. You've been down this path before. The question is, where will you go next? I think is the question. Because the judgment into the world is you actually evaluating yourself, getting to the world, and now the world's a reflectionary period of time where you're like, okay, what do I need to do next? And for you, you have this Eight of Pentacles, which is the talent card. You are talented, you are skilled, you have some sort of gift, skill, talent, or ability that keeps you well provided for. And yeah, one thing may be ending, but you always have these skills as you see this person's building to fall back on. Now, this person's also in a period of hard work. Okay, some of you are working very, very, very hard. And this could even be leaving you feeling blinded here, where it's like it's almost like you can't see a way out. Like you're almost uncertain on how to dig yourself out of something. I almost see you having like a stack of work, like a pile of work or something like that, and it's like you can't see a way out. I do see there's going to be a way out though, because you have the Ace of Wands under it, which is like an invitation, okay, a new beginning. You also have the Virgo card on the bottom, the Hermit. Okay, the Hermit here realizes that the light is not only within the lantern, but it's also within themselves. And so keep that in mind. You have this Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So, Five of Pentacles, look, it's almost like you are absolutely capable of making a mature, practical financial decision. I think you just need to recognize that about yourself. Queen of Pentacles is not a Five of Pentacles energy, okay? They put themselves in positions to win and prosper and accumulate. And that's what I feel like maybe some of you have done, but maybe there's doubt creeping in. Page of Swords, King of Wands. I feel like you're having communication, like chapter turning communication. And, the King of Wands is the entrepreneur. You do have one of my self-employment combinations with the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and it always helps to have the Eight of Pentacles with that as well to even further solidify it, which means you're, maybe doing contract work, freelance work. Maybe you're just self-employed, you're building something, you're making something, you're selling it on Etsy, you're doing something like this. And I do feel like someone's maybe going to come in and deliver an inspiring speech here as well. I do get not everybody obviously, but someone's going to come in and be like, whoa, like get you ready for something. And I'm not sure what's going on with this Nine of Swords here. I honestly just feel like some of you are stressing about financial stuff or material stuff or some investment. Remember, we had these two cards clarifying themselves. There's an investment or a material situation keeping you up late at night, which I think is natural. It's like totally normal for a lot of people. So what else do we have here? Toil and labor. Yeah, working hard. Wealthy man. Investments. Mean female. Pathway. Privileged lady. And journey. So it does not matter what gender you are. This person here is at the end of a successful trading day. Some of you are dabbling, okay? You're in the markets. I think some of you are probably in crypto. Some of you are in stocks. And I get the sense that there's maybe pressure or anxiety that you're putting on yourself around how to close out a position or wrap up an investment in some way. I feel like there's been a lot of deliberation around this with toil and labor. For others of you, this is just your job situation where you're like, man, like, how am I going to get out? You do have this pathway card, which is your true north. It's your destiny. It's really syncing up with these cycles that are being completed for you, where it's like you know exactly where to go next. Privileged lady, in this case, I feel like is someone who's living a life of luxury with all of these Pentacles cards and these cycles being completed and the investments paying off, going on some sort of journey. So yeah, really like this energy for you. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already. Check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.